Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was just chilling, drinking some water. I don't know why, but I tend to like drinking water from this wine glass. And more specifically, I like drinking it with the straw. Delicious. Okay guys, so I'm sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back. Welcome. I'm just here chilling, doing the use as usual. Um, I noticed the pain on the side of my hand, like right here. And every now and then it comes and goes. But right now I felt it very intensely when I started recording. Does that ever happen to you guys? It's like a weird cramp, or like it feels like my skin is very sensitive right here, right now. And I don't know if it's like a nerve or if it's like my skin or my muscle, but I don't really think it's my muscle because I feel it like here and my bone is here. And maybe like some on my skin. But I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I had been drawing so much and it started hurting. Like these two fingers started feeling like they were numb. I don't know if it has to do with that, but I haven't like really colored anything or used my hand for much. Like, I haven't played guitar and I haven't colored or drawn or like used my hand a lot. Only to like write things down, but not really. And it's so weird. It's a very weird feeling. Like now I feel like it almost feels like it's all the way up here too. And I told my mom, and she was like, let me put this on for you. Oh, and also, by the way, I was trying to put this on here, and this kind of produces heat, or like it burns a little bit. I tried it on and it was like hurting, like it was very sensitive. But it's not like red or anything. Well, it's red now because of that stuff that my mom put on me. It was like red gel. And yeah, when she was putting it on, like it hurt. She was just like putting it on me. I don't know. Weird. But anywho, back to what I was going to talk about, which I don't remember what I was going to talk about. I forgot my jokes. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah. I forgot again. Oh yeah. I have a cold. I have been dealing with a cold for the past 2 days. Oh, I remember now. Now that I heard my mom coughing. But wait, before I get there. Speaking of this actually works, guys. Like, no joke. Like, when you guys are so exhausted and tired, and then you know how you wake up the next day and you feel tired because you were tired the day before and you didn't sleep enough and you still felt tired? Yeah, this takes that away. Like, believe it or not, it helps. this is the lotion of Arnica, but um, I got this at my job, and I got it for $3.99, and it has a whole bunch of different ingredients, which I don't know what they are, except for menthol, eucalyptus oil, and camphor arnica. Everything else, I don't know what it is, and I can't really see because the sticker's there. But when I looked it up on Amazon, it says it was like $9, and I was like, I should have gotten all of these. I'm pretty much out. But when I was reading the back of this, I saw a typo, and I'm like, is this even legit? Like, if it has a typo, is it legit? I mean, I feel like it's legit, but you know, I had a class where it was saying like, when it talked about like the emails, like how do you know it's like a scam? It's like it has typos. Oh, like the job postings, like if they have like errors or mistakes or typos, then it's most likely not a real post. So then that made me question this, but it works. It actually works, and yeah, it lasted me about, I'm gonna have to say like 6 months. I'm not sure if I used it last year, but every now and then I would wear it. And like what I do is that I roll it on the back of my leg here, and then I'll roll it like on my foot. And believe it or not, like the next day, like I'll be able to rest well like throughout the night. And then the next day, like I feel fine. Like I feel like recharged in a way. Is it just me? It like for sure gives you a burn or like a little warmness. Um yeah. And also rubbing alcohol. I put it like in the back of my leg and then on my foot, and then there's vapor rub. Vapor rub works too. Like if you put it on the bottom of your foot and like on the side back of your leg, and then you go to sleep and you're able to rest well. The days that I don't use this, on the days that I'm like overly exhausted, I feel like my body wished that I had put it on. Like seriously, no joke. I said seriously, not
I couldn't find seriously no joke in your Apple Music library. You can ask me to play a radio station or ask for your music on a different app.
But like, when did I? When did I summon it? Oh god. Sorry, I'm mouth breathing because I can't breathe through my nose. Actually, I lied. I can breathe through my nose, but not very well. See, like right now, like my palm touched my other palm and it felt like dry ice or something. Like I have ajuates. And I'm trying to figure out, trying to backtrack, trying to figure out when I slid in my hand. It almost feels like a razor burn, like a rug burn. I don't know. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to work yesterday. I didn't go to work today. I was just thinking it might have to do with like these two fingers. Maybe like the nerves from these two fingers are malfunctioning. But anyways, where was I going? Where was I going? Oh yeah, I was going somewhere. Ow! Like it almost gives me the chills. What if it's, I want to say fiberglass, but because they removed this thing that had fiberglass in the backyard, but how did I get it on me? That reminds me, I burned myself twice. I'm gonna have to say intentionally, but involuntarily thinking, you know? Let me tell you. Okay? Let me fix Okay. So one day I was like straightening my hair, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to disconnect the iron because I'm going to work. So there I go. I disconnect it, and this was literally my thought process. Okay, I had just finished ironing my hair, and I had just finished ironing my hair. Okay, I had just finished ironing my hair, and I left it there. I don't even think a minute went by when I was like, is it still hot? And I didn't think twice. I was like, oh, let me check with my hands. So there I go. The iron is on the floor. I'm like, is it still hot? And me thinking that it's not hot because I unplugged it. Let me check it. I put my fingers like literally like put them down like I've never touched anything in my life before. And I left my fingers there what felt like 3 seconds. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it felt like a very long time when I put my fingers on the iron to get a reaction. Because I remember thinking, huh, no, it's not hot. And I was like just taking the pain because I couldn't do anything about it. Like, and then I went to the bathroom and I put cold water under there. I put cold water on my fingers. And I put cold water on my fingers and I was like, I'm so dumb. Like, I really am dumb. And that was the first time that it happened. And oh no, it was 3 times. 3 times. And I think it might have been the same week or the same month. Okay, the second thing was I was trying to get the warm water. The warm water. I was trying to make it warm, but I was trying to make in my head, I was trying to make the hot water come out. Like the hot water come out. So then I can move it, like adjust it. And because in the kitchen, if you open it and then turn it to one side, that's the hot water. But if you go to the bathroom, you have to shift it to the other side. And I still get confused. To the other side so that it can come out like hot. And I put it to the hot side, and I was like, nah, I don't think it's gonna be the hot side. I think it's gonna be the really cold side. So then I put my hand under it to feel it. I was like, no, I think it's the cold. And I put my hand under it, and I think it was even the same hand. And then water went over it, and I didn't. It's like it took me a while to like realize that it was freaking hot. And then I was like, I was just like in there like suffering by myself. I'm like, why is this happening? Why did this happen again? And then it also happened where I was in the kitchen and I was using the stove, and and okay, I was using the stove. Oh, and you know the pinzas, the tongs. Okay, I put them on the comal like this, and the stove. The stove was on, and I put the freaking clampers there, and then I left them there, and they don't have like a grip. They're all like metal. And tell me why. Tell me why I freaking grabbed them. And I was like, I grabbed them, and then I did it, but I didn't want to drop them when I realized that it was hot. So then I like threw it, and I was like, ah. I don't know if it was this hand or this hand for that one, but either way, I burned myself. So yeah, long story short. Okay, so that's one of the things I wanted to say. It's been a minute since I've been here, huh? Like, I made a video, like, I don't know when it was. I made a video and then I forgot to upload it. So I have to upload that one and then I'll upload this one. Or maybe I'll upload this one and then upload the other one. But it's gonna be out of order. But I'll figure it out later. Okay. Another thing I wanted to say. Okay, so I got sleep paralysis, guys. And I was so mad when I woke up. Okay, let me tell you. I was sleeping here, and it was the night that I was coming down with the cold. Like, I was sleeping and I was facing that way, and I had my like blanket, and I think I was like even like this with the blanket, and the blanket I think was like pushing up, so I kind of was like pushing the blanket up into like my like here, and then this is how it went. So I was sleeping like that, and then I was dreaming that that my brothers were very young. When my brothers were, it was when my brothers were kids. My brothers were in the living room, and it was daylight, and they were playing like on this little mattress thingy in the living room, and I might be wrong, but I think one of them had a helmet. It reminds me of that picture of when they were little and one of my brothers had a helmet. Yeah, I remember seeing them, and then I remember trying to like get out of my body, or like, you know, like out of body experience. Like I was trying to like get my soul out of my body. I don't know. It's like it feels like I'm getting like my soul is trying to get out of my body when I get sleep paralysis sometimes, because I try to like drag myself to reach for help, you know. So then I dreamt that I was like banging on like the side of this, like on the side of the bed, and then I was dreaming that I was trying to make noise, and then I dreamt that I was like that I went up to my mom, and I was like struggling so hard to breathe and telling her like, Mom, take me to the hospital. And then my mom was like, what's wrong? And then I would tell her like, I feel like I can't breathe. And then she would tell me like, oh, it's nothing, like you'll be fine. But I was like, Mom, I can't breathe. And then I was so upset because she wouldn't like take me to the hospital. And then I remember at one point I was calling out for her and she wouldn't come. And then I remembered my brothers were in the living room, and then I was like, oh, maybe if I make them cry, like she'll come and she'll like listen to me. So like I was like hitting my brothers, and then my brothers would like scream, and then my mom came and she's like, what's wrong? And then I was like, I can't breathe. You really need to take me to the hospital. And then she was like, no, you're fine, and getting mad at me because I hit them. And then at some point I felt like I was like trying to hit somebody, but no matter how hard I hit, like nothing happened. And it was like a weird feeling that I remember wanting to like hit somebody, or I don't know if I kind of remember like trying to hit something or somebody. I don't know who it might have been, but I think it might have been my mom, if anything, like trying to get her to like, Mom, help. But no. So then I'm just trying to say it how I remember things. I know it didn't all go like that in the timeline, but that's more or less what it was. And then I remember feeling and hearing myself like actually kind of like make noise, like in the real world. Like I was like, ah, like in the real world, like making noise. I really need to emphasize that because most of the time I feel like I am making noise, but I don't think I really am. Now that I had this experience where I'm like trying to make noise and I actually heard myself. And then I remember eventually after some, it was kind of like I was swinging myself out of the dream because I would be like, ah. And then at one point I was like, Mama. And then that's when I like woke up saying that. And I was like, I woke up saying, Mom, like, like, come get me. And then when I woke up, I was so upset. I was so mad. And I was like, why did my mom wake me up? Like, I was telling her, but she didn't listen. I went to my mom's room and then I was like, Mom, why didn't you wake me up? And then she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I was yelling for you and you didn't come. And I was like, it's funny now that I think about it, but in the moment, I really was upset. Because I was telling her in my dream, but not like in the real world. So it's like I got upset because of what happened in my dream. Like it carried over. But yeah, so then I went to sleep and then she no. And then yeah, I couldn't really sleep very well that night. Oh, and one of the things I forgot to mention. So when I woke up saying that, I also noticed that the blanket, like I said earlier, I was like hugging my blanket and my blanket was like kind of pushing up. And then I was breathing through my nose. So when I breathed in through my nose, when I tried breathing in through my nose, both of my dang nostrils were congested. And then I was like, no freaking wonder I couldn't freaking breathe in this dream. And then I was like, I'm starting to freak out with these sleep paralysis and not being able to dream. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, it's like it changes every time. Like, now I can't breathe. Which is like even scarier because it feels like I'm gonna die. But yeah, I went and I slept with her. Slept because I couldn't really. And I remember I woke up like kind of scared. Like I don't even know. Like it was just my body. Like it just sat up. And then I was like, lay down. And I was like, I can't. I need to go back to my room. Like I need to try to sleep. It was like my body wanted to be in my room, but like it didn't want to go back to sleep because of what happened also. So it was like I just couldn't sleep because I was not in my bed and I was scared of going back to sleep because of going back to sleep paralysis. I remember it even took me a long dang time to fall back asleep and try to sleep. Okay, so that happened. Now tell me why. The next day, which was last night, I was sleeping, right? And I kind of wake up. And I don't know if I wake up because I know my mom's gonna wake up or if I just wake up because I heard my mom. So this is what I'm trying to figure out sometimes. Like, am I just waking up at the right time? Because I woke up, kind of woke up, and I kind of heard my mom like making noise. And then I was like, okay, well, let me hear that a little bit closer. Like, I heard something, but then I was like, wait, let me hear if it happens again. So then I heard it happen again. My mom was like, making noise, like trying to yell. And then I walk in. I remember when I heard it the first time, I like kind of like did that, and then I was like, oh no. And I got up so fast. My heart was beating. And I opened my door and I was like, I'm not gonna get there on time. Then I turned on her light. Then I walk over to her. As I'm walking over to her, I'm like, Mom. But then I was like, maybe that's a bad idea. So then I walk up to her and I'm like moving her by the shoulder. Eventually she wakes up and then she like breathes. And then I was like, what happened? And then she was like, I had a nightmare. And then I told her, I didn't even ask her. I didn't even ask her because I already know. I already know. So, but the thing is, she can easily go back to sleep, and I can't. So as soon as I woke her up, she was already ready to go back. And then I was like, you were making noise. And then she was like, yeah, I had a nightmare. I left her. I asked her what she dreamt or what was going on, and she just said she was trying to scream and trying to move, and that she was trying to make noise to be waken up. So then I guess she does have sleep paralysis, which is weird because I thought she didn't get sleep paralysis. She would say it was a nightmare, but I feel like nightmare could be part of sleep paralysis, but nightmare could be one thing, but sleep paralysis could be another. You could have sleep paralysis without actually having a nightmare, I feel. Personally speaking, because it has just happened where I just like wake up and I can't move, but I'm not like having a nightmare, like dreaming and stuff. But yeah, but now I find it weird that she had sleep paralysis I had sleep paralysis one night, and then she has sleep paralysis the next. I have two different sock colors. But anyways, yeah, I find it weird that happened. And last time I had sleep paralysis, I talked about it, but I don't remember when that was, and I don't remember what it was about. And I don't know what else to talk about because yeah. You know what else I could have talked about? Like out of pocket things kids have. I've heard kids say. And there's been quite some times where I'm just like, what did you say? Like for one, I remembered one right now. There's this girl, I was walking by and she told me, what, okay, I forgot what she said, but the thing is, she was like, she called me bucko. And then I was like, what is that? Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep calling me that? And then she was like, you don't know what it is? And then I was like, no, I don't know what it is. And she's like, bucko is a man. And then I was like, do I look like a man to you? And then she was just like smiling. And then she's like, I should have never told you. But let's find out if that's exactly what it means. What does buck-o? Buck-o. How do you spell bucko? It reminds me of like a donkey. A person who is domineering and bullying. Swaggerer, chiefly Ireland, young, a fellow lad. Okay, did you see how that light was like going? It's like kind of flashing. Yeah, I don't know how that was happening, but I know that if like I would move, it would like the lighting would adjust. If I moved away, the lighting would adjust. But if I kept it like at a certain, I don't even know how it did that, but it was doing that. I don't know why it does it. Maybe my camera is funky, going funky. Anywho, I keep looking over there to the door, and I keep thinking there's a cockroach there on the roller, but it's just a black stain. I always scare myself with that dang black stain. Every time I look, I'm like, is that a cockroach? Like, it doesn't matter how many times I've seen it, I still think the same thing. I watch tomorrow. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna look and ask myself if that's a cockroach. And I'm already gonna know the answer to that. Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna end the video now. I'm getting kind of tired, getting kind of hot. I need to open the door to let some air in, and yeah, I'm gonna put myself to sleep so that I can recuperate and feel better by tomorrow, because that's the goal. Get rid of this getting cold by tomorrow. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for not giving up on me. Is this an orange hair? Is this one of my gray hairs? Did it fall out? I'll have to inspect this hair tomorrow because it looks orange. There's nobody in my family with orange hair besides the dog. But this is long hair. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Maybe it's just the angle. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for watching. Welcome to anybody that's new. And yeah. I almost dropped my water in my wine cup. Wouldn't want that to happen. Alright, it's time for reels. I'll see you guys next time.